Hello and welcome to the Revolut Insider Podcast, where we explore Revolut's rocket ship from the inside out, one episode at a time. I'm Alex, and I'll be your host for today. Joining us, we have Max Mildenberg. Hey, Max.
Hello.
Thanks for coming in today.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
Well, we wanted to talk about your recent promotion, what it's like managing a remote sales team, and breaking into the Benelux market.
Well, that's quite the topic.
Hey, it is. Fun fact about you is that you previously attended film school.
I certainly did. That's where our stories kind of come together.
It's
right?
true. Well, congratulations on your recent promotion.
Oh, thank you so much.
Can you share with us your journey to becoming a sales manager for the Benelux market?
Yeah, certainly.
First, I want you to explain for those of us who might not know, what does Benelux mean?
Yeah, well, you'd be surprised how often people ask me what Benelux actually means. I mean, Benelux means Belgium, Netherlands, Luxembourg, Benelux. It's quite the revelation, right?
It is.
It is quite the surprise. People always look at me when I say, "Hey, I'm the manager for the Benelux market." And they're like so confused. They smile at me. "Oh, that's so nice," but they generally don't know what Benelux means. So now everybody knows.
I remember when I first met you, I asked you, I'm like, "Oh, interesting, great." And Benelux is exactly what?
Exactly, and that's where we started talking.
What was it like for you pioneering the launch of that market?
Well, let's start at the beginning. I've been here for almost a year, but time has gone by so incredibly fast, right? I mean, time flies when you're having fun, they say, right?
It's true.
And fun I've certainly had, but I've also worked incredibly hard. I was among the first AEs to tackle the Benelux market, and back then I felt like a cowboy in the Wild West. And before you laugh at that, let me explain. Back then we were still building efficient call templates and getting used to the ever-changing quality control rules. Every day was a new challenge to overcome, and as a team, we learned to solve all problems with creativity and patience, right? My old manager in Team Benelux 1, Daniel McDonald, expertly led us through the fog and gradually turned a team of stray cats into a well-oiled sales machine, which it is today, right? And
Amazing.
I do thank him for that. It's mostly his, all thanks to him. I mean, back then, nobody knew us in the Benelux market, right? Every time we called, people told us, "Yeah, but Revolut, what is that? What are you guys?" And we had to explain exactly what we were doing and who we were. Not to mention that all the marketing campaigns in the region were still months away. So we literally had to break the market open ourselves with a barrage of calls, mails, and social media prospecting efforts. We were the marketing team, to be very honest. It's very exciting stuff. And it worked. Well, slowly but surely, we started to get the Revolut brand out there, which was later accelerated even more by the arrival of the regional marketing campaigns. And now Revolut is a well-known brand in the Benelux, and we have the entire team's hard work and dedication to thank for that.
It's incredible, and Revolut is still accelerating at, 10 times speed at least?
Oh, crazy speed. I mean, I'm pretty sure that in a few years' time, everyone will want to have a Revolut account.
Tell me, what specific experience or skills do you think contributed most to your success?
That's a good question. Well, I've been working in sales for almost 9 years now, and for a large variety of markets. Along the way, I've learned what to do to be successful, but also what not to do, which is sometimes just as important, right?
If not more important.
If not more important. But let me summarize what I've learned by mentioning my two most important pillars for success, namely motivation and structure, right? Shall I give you a couple of tips?
Please, yes, we all want to know.
In order to stick to these pillars, well, here's a couple of examples, okay? I've tried to summarize it as best as I could. So, for example, you need to find what motivates you and focus on it all day, right? Every single day. Some people are motivated by money, career progression, etc. Well, I was motivated by my family. I wanted to give them everything they needed in life and more. And this motivated me push harder every single day. So I do recommend that everyone always finds a motivator, so a key motivator, and that pushes them forward every single day in the sales process. Secondly, the idea is to set a goal for the day, the week, the quarter, the year in your mind and never let it go. So when I started, obviously I had my motivation, which was my family, but I also wanted to advance in my career. So I set a goal in my mind when I started here at Revolut. I want to become a manager, and I'll work hard to achieve that goal. Not to mention give my family everything that they wanted, obviously. Third, start every day with a smile on your face. Customers can namely hear you smiling when you're on the phone. So it's very important to smile. And people that know me know that I'm constantly smiling. It's a smile that can be rubbed off my face.
You're smiling right now. It's great to see.
It's one of the things that's characteristic for me. I like to have a smile on my face, and that my customers always notice that, and then they always tell me, Max, you're in a good mood. I'm always in a good mood.
It's a wonderful way to start the day.
It works,
especially when you're a manager and you're trying to motivate your team.
Exactly. But it's also good for clients, because clients don't generally want to receive your phone call, right? So if you receive them with a smile and they can feel that positivity, they'll be more inclined to listen to your little speech, right?
Definitely.
So that's a good one of the good pointers. Also, don't get stuck on negative feedback. You must start every day with a clean slate. As a sales rep, you'll get a no 95% of the time. Don't let that bring you down. Just take every call as a new chance to get an opportunity, and start every day without reminding yourself of how horrible the last day might have been or how great the last day might have been. Just start with a clean slate, okay? Also, don't leave for tomorrow what you can do today. Very important. If you have a couple of emails, it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon, you want to close your laptop, but you still have a couple of emails to send out, send them out. Those could be the difference between reaching your KPI at the end of the quarter and not reaching it. So always do things today. Don't leave things for tomorrow. And finally, create a structured and repeatable daily routine that will allow you to reach your targets with the least amount of stress while keeping track of what you need to do every single day. I could go on, but those are basic
great
pointers.
Thank you. Those are great takeaways. You had mentioned not carrying in from one day to the next negative energy or any kind of difficulties you might have or challenges, and start each day fresh. So a lot of people say that sales is hard. You start each month at zero, and I've been there myself because I was in sales previously. What are some of the challenges you face, and how do you overcome them in a position like sales?
I like to call what we have here a high octane sales environment. And every time I say that, people say, ooh, that sounds very fancy, but it truly is. It's high speed, it's high pressure. And this job and this kind of pressure is certainly not for everyone, right? But once you find your way through the initial barrage of information, leads, quarterly KPIs, and all this stressful stuff, you will find what is quite possibly the most exciting and inspiring job of a lifetime, right? Yeah, I agree. Sales definitely isn't easy, but as I mentioned before, with the right structure in your daily routine and the right motivation, you will be able to make this job your own in no time. So challenges, I think every single challenge can be overcome with, like I said before, the right motivation and the right structure and the right training, obviously. And I think that's what we do give here, the right training. And I'm here for the motivation and the structure.
That's great. And it's really the ride on a rocket ship.
It is. Oh, it certainly is. It's been crazy. Like I said, it's been a year now that I've been here. Felt like 2 days. It's gone by so fast. Incredible.
And you work in Spain, but you cater to the Benelux market.
That's right.
So how do you manage a sales team that works remotely and is focused on a different market where you can't visit someone in person, let's say?
Right. Well, first of all, as you know, I'm Dutch. So the Benelux market is very close to me and I know it very well indeed, right? Also, COVID lockdown has taught me to work efficiently from my home by the use of Google Meet, Slack. It's certainly not the same as being in the same office with my team, but I'm blessed with a team of hardworking individuals that appreciate the freedom Revolut gives them by giving them the choice to either work remotely or to work from the comfort of the Revolut offices. I absolutely love the Revolut offices, by the way.
This is where we are now. We're in the Madrid office.
It's fantastic here, and it's really good. And we are, however, meeting for the very first time, and I'm really, really looking forward to meeting everyone face to face.
Oh, neat. Where are you guys meeting?
We're meeting in Barcelona.
Oh.
Yes. It's the first Benelux meetup ever, so it's going to be quite special. We're going to be about 50 people. We're going to meet in the Revolut offices there. And then we're going to have an event, dinner. It's going to be absolutely fantastic.
I actually went to Barcelona with my team as well.
Amazing.
Yeah, I have a member from Georgia.
Oh, what?
And 2 from Poland. So it was nice for us to meet in Barcelona and have some time together.
Yeah, be something else other than a face on the screen, right?
Exactly, yeah.
It's so important, so important.
Really fun to meet these people that we see over the screen.
For sure.
And realize, we actually have a connection in person.
That's right.
These relationships that we build online are valid. They are genuine. And when we can appreciate these in person, it really means a lot.
And people don't appreciate how great this relationship is until they've actually met each other. I think it's so important to have this once in a while, just to remind ourselves, like you said, we're actually people here. Like I said before, we're not just the flat face on the screen telling you what to do. Like, it's very important to see that there's an actual person behind it. Yeah.
Are there any strategies that you use or have learned to ensure that there's this more effective communication when we're working and collaborating with your team?
Yeah, well, one of the requirements of working on my team is to be extremely verbal in meetings and in general, right? The moment they have a question or a doubt, I want them to reach out to one of their teammates via one of the many Slack channels they have available to them. They should also be open to answer any of these questions when they are directed at them as well. And by promoting these kind of conversations in these kinds of channels, the AEs start to create a bond, which will make them feel safe and cared for by the entire team. I mean, the more verbal they are, the more people will know them, the more they will want to be, they want to reach out to these kind of people. So if they're all verbal, they're all very approachable, which is what I want to create for my team. And it's definitely working. Everyone is reaching out to my AEs, and my AEs are reaching out to everyone.
Which are account executives or AEs, right?
Excuse me, yes.
Just
jargon,
let our listeners know in case they may not know.
AEs, account executives, yes. And since they all reach out to each other, it creates a wonderful team atmosphere where they can simply find trust in each other, which is obviously what we're looking for, right?
That's wonderful. What are some other advantages you'd say from managing a remote team?
Well, I, for one, work 10 times more efficiently from home, which I know is not the case for everyone. Some people really, truly need that connection at the office, right? Then again, like I said, I do literally miss sitting in front of my AEs in person once in a while. It must be tough for my team just seeing me as the talking head on their screens, right? Then again, they're all professionals and handle remote work very, very well indeed. I think Revolut promotes this, right? It says when you get hired, you get told like this is a remote role. People know what they're coming into. But thankfully, like I said, they're all extremely big professionals and they're wonderful people at the same time. So that's good.
That's incredible. And talking about Revolut and how we are a remote first, flexible working environment, we also are really big on our company values. And which ones do you think influence your team's performance and overall success?
Well, I think all of the Revolut values are keys to success, right? And should definitely follow all of them. I mean, to never settle, to think deeper, to get it done. Yes. All important, but the one that resonates the most with me is Dream Team for sure. And as a manager, I won't get anywhere without a brilliant team of go-getters by my side, right? And this is thankfully the case in Team Benelux 3, but also Benelux 2 and Benelux 1. They're wonderful individuals. And by working together as a team, in an honest and respectful way, we can get absolutely anything done. And that's where we're all going. We're getting it done.
Getting it done. I love that. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with more inside views on the Revolut Insider Podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Revolut 10. It's smooth, it's easy, it's your new favorite way to do all things money. Rev 10 is here. And we're back with the Revolut Insider Podcast, and we're here with Max Mildenberg. Max, thanks again for being with us. So when you and I first met, we realized that we had something in common. Los Angeles.
Yes.
Because you went to film school there.
I certainly did.
Yeah.
New York Film Academy. That's it.
Do you remember where in Los Angeles it was?
That was Burbank.
It was Burbank, yeah, okay. Because I worked right around the corner from there in North Hollywood, right by Universal Studios.
We could have
Hollywood.
met.
We probably could have, yeah. If you went to the Coffee Bean at all, then you probably would have seen me getting a blueberry muffin there.
I bet those were amazing.
They were too good, actually.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, tell me about that time in your life.
Well, it was the year 2010. It was a different time, right? Where I had a dream of becoming a very successful film director. I thought I had it in me to become one of the big famous ones. I very quickly learned that was harder than I thought it would be, but I also learned to love Los Angeles with its larger-than-life houses, huge cars, endless beaches, greasy food, also wonderful people. The people of LA are absolutely amazing.
Thank you. I'll take that as a personal note.
That is a personal congratulations. I mean, that city made me feel right at home, and I still miss it every single day.
Being from Los Angeles, I don't hear that many positive remarks about it. So it's interesting to hear your perspective on it.
Yeah, it's curious, right? I hear so many mixed messages as well. The people who live there say they hate it. The people who come visit think it's amazing. I think it's amazing. It was my first experience with the US as well. So that probably influenced it. But the most amazing thing I lived was being on Santa Monica Boulevard on New Year's Day, 30 degrees Celsius outside. And in the distance, you see the mountains with snow on it. So it was crazy contrast. And it was amazing seeing the sun come down. We had a bottle of wine with us. I heard later that you could get fined for that. But yeah, didn't get fined. It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's not Spain where you can, possibly drink on the street.
No, I learned that afterwards. So yeah.
How did you find your way to Spain and begin working in sales from film school?
Well, it's quite a trip, to be honest. Well, I started working in sales just after getting married almost 9 years ago, right? I returned to Spain after an extensive time away working in the Netherlands and found myself working at an inside sales call center. I knew I had a knack for talking to people, so I thought I'd do well selling software for world's largest tech firms. And I wasn't wrong. I mean, it was the correct step, seeing where I am today, right?
Definitely.
I quickly got promoted, and over the years, I've learned to work in a large variety of sales environments, culminating in my time here at Revolut, which is by far the best place I've worked at. I'm not just saying that.
Are there any connections or lessons from filmmaking that you apply to your sales leadership role?
Well, certainly. I mean, for example, part of being a good filmmaker is being a good leader. You have to lead large-scale teams. I led teams of 30 to 40 people who all need to trust you and need to believe your message, right?
And your vision.
And your vision. Yeah, you need to be the captain of your own ship. That's the idea. But you must also learn to delegate and to put trust in those who can help everyone to move in the right direction, right? There are so many similarities. I could go on all day.
In your opinion, what would you say is the most important aspect of building a strong team culture?
Right.
This doesn't just have to be sales.
All right. Well, but let's focus on that for just a second. But a team that communicates with each other on a daily basis, that isn't afraid to ask questions, that celebrates each other's and their own wins, that treats everyone around them equally and with respect, a team that always stays hungry for more. This team will be the team to break barriers, right? And I think that's the most important aspect of building a strong team culture, to give them all the tools for success.
I mean, and talk about breaking boundaries and really pushing it forward. I mean, Revolut's a great example of that for how far we've come since 2015 with now over 30 million customers. It's incredible.
It is incredible. And we are growing so quickly and everything is changing so fast around us. We're adding new tools every day and it's making our sales job so much easier thanks to all the hard work of the engineers who don't get thanked enough, in my opinion. But things are changing very quickly, not only in my region, but on a worldwide scale. And I'm pretty sure we're on our way for world domination.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, we are coming to a close here on the Insider Podcast, but I like to ask my guests a final question before you go. What advice would you give to yourself when you were just starting out in your career?
So this is an excellent question, and it's one I will love to answer for you because it's a question that's very close to my heart, and the answer is too. So what I would tell myself, if I were to go back in time and meet myself in person, it would be to set a goal for myself and never ever let it out of my sight, right? You will be tested on the way to victory, but with effort, dedication and determination, you will eventually find what you've been looking for. And I think that's something that a lot of people can use as a goal, right? Because some people have a dream in their mind that they never managed to achieve, but even though you're not able to achieve that dream, find a second one. Always have a dream to fight for.
I love that. And just adding on that, I'm a big believer in that as well, is also to have patience, and for me, setting goals is kind of like a crock pot oven, right? You set it and you forget it. For me, I feel like if you are too focused on this goal every day, you kind of lose track of what the bigger picture is. But when you can set your goal and know that every step that you're taking is moving you forward and closer to that goal, then you can just put your head down, work. And when you realize, you say, oh, wow, I'm here. Like, I've made it. I've reached this goal.
That's it. Trust the process.
Exactly.
That's exactly it. And I mentioned before that you have to have a motivator, right? In my case, it was become a manager, buy my family a house. I've done all these things in just 1 year. And what's next? Well, I don't know. I still have to find my next dream. I've got to follow my own advice here and find a new dream. But things are very good right now, and that's all thanks to Revolut.
I love to hear that. Well, congratulations again. And thank you for everyone listening. This is the Revolut Insider Podcast. You can follow us on Revolut Insider Instagram and click subscribe. Thank you again, Max. And we will catch up at the next Rev Social.
Oh, we're definitely going to keep talking, Alex.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Right. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now. Thanks for tuning in to the Insider Podcast, where we explore Revolut's rocket ship from the inside out. Until next time, remember, the sky's not the limit, it's just the beginning. Revolut, change the way you money.